Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Terry if you're new here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about my YouTube growth journey. Everything from how long it took for me to get monetized, the review process of that, and how much YouTube paid me in my first month of monetization with just over 1,000 subscribers. And I was actually quite surprised by the final numbers, so stick around for that. Okay, I've just pulled up my YouTube analytics and went back to the beginning of my content. Before, I used to have a bunch of singing videos on my channel. I've since privated them. I didn't want this channel to be like a singing music channel for myself, but instead I revived it as a more Disney channel. I revived it when I went and did my Disney college program. I'm from Canada and they offer a Disney International college program, an exchange program where you can work in Disney World for the summer. So I decided what a great opportunity to document my experience, basically like a bunch of Disney vlogs. So my first video that I posted was the DCP tag and Get to Know Me on May 27th, 2019. So I feel like that's the day I started my channel, even though it's like a revived channel. I had 23 subscribers. This is my growth pattern over the course of that time. So since I had my channel earlier on, this was kind of the progression. So I guess the first video that I uploaded might have been 2010. August 10th. Again, like I said, all those videos are privated until I rebirthed my channel on May 27th, 2019. From there, I posted kind of inconsistently over the course of my Disney college program. I wasn't completely inconsistent, but it wasn't like every week I was posting a new video. So I carried that on into August and did the same thing. So I skipped a month. I went from August 20th, 2019 to September 21st, 2019. And then I skipped a bunch of months again and posted in December 22nd, 2019. I didn't gain a crazy amount, but it did double since the first video that I had. And then the same kind of thing. I was pretty inconsistent with a bunch of Disney vlogs that I hadn't posted up until the point of just around like when COVID started and everyone was kind of starting a YouTube channel. I was like, you know what? Why haven't I done this? I wanted to do this for so long. That's probably my biggest regret, is not starting sooner, because I could have been monetized so much sooner if I was consistent and posting and committed to the YouTube channel, but you know what? Just wasn't my time yet, I guess. Anyways, so we're in May 2020. I start posting a bit more consistently. It's a bunch of old content from my Disney trip in New Year's, but it's content nonetheless. I didn't want to miss out on posting what I had vlogged. So I posted just up until, you know what? A better way to see this would probably be in my analytics here. This was when I became somewhat consistent during 2020. So you can see I have kind of a start of like posting every week, if that, for about 2 months. Over the summer, basically. I was employed for a while and dropped the YouTube channel, even though I really shouldn't have. I really wish I didn't drop it. I had enough time to be doing YouTube at the same time. I guess I was completely uninspired. I also went through like, you know, mental health struggles, as I'm sure many people did during the beginning of COVID and being separated from Anthony. We were separated by the border closure. So I just had a really rough time. So YouTube was not my priority at the time. Fast forward to August 12th, 2021, I posted another video. Again, August 19th, 2021. I would say that the Terry Adriana 2.0 was around August 9th or August 12th, 2021. And then, as you can see, even though I took a little break here, I started posting consistently, especially as of September 10th. Oh my God, loud motorcycle. September 10th, 2021 was when I really started becoming incredibly consistent. And I was very serious about this at this point. I was like, I'm gonna post once a week, no matter what. And then even into the new year in 2022, in February, I posted twice a week for a while. And then the worst thing happened. I spilled tea on my laptop, my MacBook Pro that I've had since 2015. It would not restart. I wasn't budgeting for a new laptop at the time. When I realized that Apple was gonna release their M2 MacBook Air, I was like, okay, you know what? It's time. I need a new laptop regardless. I'm going to just splurge on this new MacBook. Little did I know that unboxing that MacBook would take me to monetization. I'm sure I would have gotten there eventually anyways, but that was really the video that like put me over the edge. Anyways, so I stopped posting long form content on June 3rd. That was my last video. And then I just said, you know what? I can edit Reels, I can edit TikToks, I can edit YouTube Shorts on my phone or my iPad. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna start posting a bunch of short form content and hopefully make up for the fact that I'm not posting long form videos on YouTube. So that's what I did up until the point when I got my MacBook, and that video was posted on July 20th, 2022. As you can see by this graph, this was when I started really getting subscribers, and like very consistently I was growing. I had 516 subscribers as of that date, and now I have 1,177 subscribers as of November 5th, 2022. It took me about a year and 2 months, almost to the day, to become monetized after consistently posting to YouTube. I really don't count this bit here because yeah, I could have grown a bit, but all of this hiatus was not going to do anything good for my channel. So yeah, it took me a year and 2 months. I feel like that was a really realistic kind of timeline. At the same time, that one video did really push me over the edge. There was a video in September of last year that was my biggest video. It had 8,000 views and I had like 400 watch hours from that, just above 400. I was like, if I don't get monetized by the end of September, roughly when I posted that video of this year, I was like, I'm screwed. To qualify for monetization, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. So I was like, I'm gonna start losing those watch hours as time goes on after having posted the video. In the end, it all worked out considering I had a bunch of videos that did really well after that MacBook Air posted video. That was basically how long it took for me to get monetized on YouTube. So surprisingly enough, I hit my 4,000 public watch hours before I ended up hitting 1,000 subscribers. Usually it's the other way around. And I honestly thought with 4,000 watch hours, oh, I would hit 1,000 subscribers easy. Well, that was not the case. I hit 4,000 watch hours on August 12th, and it wasn't until October 2nd at like 3:30 p.m. I have some notes here that I'm just reading off of. That's when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So immediately when I hit that number, I applied to be monetized. I'll run through the process of that very quickly here. When you go to the monetization tab on your YouTube Studios, if you're eligible to apply, there will be an apply now button. So I clicked that, and then it brings you to a page where you are to review your partner program terms. Then the second portion is signing up for a Google AdSense account. I completed that step on October 2nd at 3:30. If you don't already have an AdSense account, you just create one. If you do already have one for like a website or anything like that, you can just connect it with the same account. Because I was just starting fresh, I copied the URL, completed any other questions, submitted my country, and also accepted the terms. And then it brings you to a page to fill out some personal information. Obviously, I won't show you that bit, but then you just have to wait until you've been approved and the AdSense account is all processed. So that didn't take that long. I was a little bit worried that it would. It was that night, 11:18 p.m., that I moved on to the get reviewed stage, which now you just sit and you wait. And usually this step takes way longer than the other AdSense approval bit. It was 2 days after I had filled in my tax information on my Google AdSense account, and I was just waiting for the address pin to be sent to my house once that was available. I was researching on YouTube and Google just to see if there was any way to speed up the process and how long it took for some other people to actually be approved to be monetized. And I found this little hack. If you're waiting on that right now, I do recommend doing this. It won't hurt to even try, and it actually worked for me, which I'm kind of surprised, but I ended up hearing about it through vidIQ, and then also Morgan Stradling also has a video about it. I forget which video I saw first. It might have been Morgan's. I just followed the steps that they did, and then I was approved the next day, which was crazy. Let me just quickly run through what I did. So the first thing I did was I went to my YouTube studios and got the page set up so that I could submit a feedback form. I went to last 365 days. Of course, I'm currently blurring out my estimated revenue because I'll let you know that really soon here. Once I had 365 days set up, I went to send feedback. With this, you can actually include a screenshot, and basically what the advice was just to say, hey, my name is blank. I applied for monetization on said day. I was wondering if everything was okay with my channel, or if there was anything you needed from me to ensure this process, becomes approved, basically. Something along those lines based on what was said in the vidIQ and Morgan's video. Then I clicked to highlight some information. So I highlighted my subscriber amount as well as my watch time. Of course, at that point, it was just over 4,000, not what it is now at 8.8, as well as the time frame, just so they know that that was 365 days, not like lifetime or anything like that. And I think I also highlighted my name, just so they can, see the information really easily. Anyways, I clicked done, and then once I had obviously my message in there, I sent it off. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna do that here because I've already done it. I don't know if I would have been already approved the next day without it, but basically the timeline was October 2nd, I applied. October 4th, I did that little feedback hack. And then at around 5 a.m., I received an email on October 5th that I was able to monetize my videos. The final step of the AdSense verification process, at least for me as a Canadian, I don't know how it is for every country. They had a pin sent to my address that I had on my AdSense account, and it's just to ensure that you're a real person. So I typed in the pin. They sent it on October 10th. I forget what day I got it. I think they said around 4 weeks that I would receive it, but I received it before that. And now I'm just waiting for the payment time, which brings me to what you've all been waiting for, I'm sure, how much I made on YouTube for my first month. So I am missing 5 days from here. I wasn't monetizing any videos from October 1st to the 5th, but I will just say how much I made only in October. That amount is $146.85. Now that is technically the estimated revenue for that month, but I'm hoping it's around the same. I haven't received the exact amount in my AdSense account because there's a timeline that they have to go through. You have to reach a certain threshold in order for YouTube to pay you, which the threshold is $100 USD, and the amount I just let you know, $146.85, is Canadian dollars. So I did meet that threshold. Ooh, that was my goal. I was like, let me just reach the threshold and make some money this month. I was actually pleasantly surprised by the amount because I really thought I would make mere pennies. But the balance updates in your AdSense account as of the 7th. So this is the calendar for November. Unless it's a holiday or a weekend, I'm pretty sure it will update at some point from the 7th to the 12th of that month. And then you won't get paid for the previous month, assuming you reach the threshold, until the 21st to the 26th of the following month. So my October amount will be available for me in the end of November, basically. And then November at the end of December, and so on. That was that, but just going through a little bit of my YouTube analytics here. CPM is basically how much advertisers pay every 1,000 times ads are shown on your videos. So my CPM is currently 12.04, and YouTube does take a cut, which results in your RPM basically, and mine is $4.87 at the moment, and that's basically how much I earn for every 1,000 views. It was kind of obvious with how much growth I received from that MacBook Air video that was the video that is receiving the most money. It's still growing. It gets around 1,000 views every 48 hours, I believe. It has made me most of my revenue for the month, so $102.17 in the month of October, with my second top video being the iOS 16 iPhone customization. And then these are my other ones that are also making me some more money. But that doesn't mean that those earn the most. Some videos earn more based on how much advertisers are willing to pay you or pay for ads on the video. And so it really just all depends on the numbers, the advertisers, but that is how much I made on YouTube with 1,000 or just over 1,000 subscribers in my first month, knowing that I'll be monetized from November 1st to completely the end of the month. Hopefully I'll make a little more, who knows. But the most I made was $6.92. The least I made in October was $3.34. I think that might have been because the whole day wasn't like monetized. It was just like from, what was it, like 9 or 10 o'clock, I forget, of that day. So yeah, that is it for my YouTube growth journey and my YouTube analytics after being monetized for 1 month. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a like and comment down below if you have any questions about the monetization process, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.